Getting thrown around, it's nothing new. Are you here? Or are we through when it's just us in a quiet room? And if you wanna see me, you know where to find me. See right through me. I wish you'd find me. So what does it all mean if we aren't together? Walk our favorite spots. Without you it's not so clever. See the stars at night, it's not much better. I wanted you in my life, I thought it was now or never. It's so whatever. I thought it was now or never. And if we die young, does that mean we're young forever? Forever. You left your keys on my door. I thought you'd never. And if you wanna see me, you know where to find me. See right through me. I wish you'd find me. So what does it all mean if we aren't together? Walk our favorite spots. Without you it's not so clever. See the stars at night, they aren't much better. I wanted you in my life, I thought it was now or never. Stayed out all night 'cause I'm alone and weathered. Wrote you out of my life, that page feels better. Read between your lines, it's so whatever. I wanted you in my life, I thought it was now or never. Ooh, it's so whatever. I thought it was now or never. Do you care for me? Do you think of me when I fall apart? Did you want me when you're fast asleep with those lazy dreams? 'Cause if you care for me and think of me, then I'll die in your arms. Can I die in your arms? Yeah, I'll die in your arms. Ah. That song was called Now or Never. Ah, wow. So interesting to sing it like this. I remember I wrote that song about a situationship I was in, and I remember this person that I was talking to. We had known each other for years, and we had finally decided, like, okay, I think now is the right time to try this out. And so it became this idea when I wrote this song of like now or never, because there's this fascination for me with, right time, right place, thinking that it's going to be the right time and the right place. But in actuality, you just can't control that. You don't know when it's going to be right or wrong. And in this case, it was wrong. Oh well, what can you do? I am an indie musician and filmmaker and artist, and I do all of these things because if I didn't, then I wouldn't, because nobody else would give me the opportunity or the platform to do these things except for myself. And I think a lot of times in life, we sort of wait for the opportunity to come to us.
And the reality is you have to create your own opportunity. So many people told me that I could not be a singer or an artist. I didn't look the right way. I was too old. So many things. And I just said, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyways. So that's kind of one part of who I am. But yeah, my name's Myah. I make music.
I think this next song that I'm going to do, it's called Notice You. And it's another situation where you see somebody that you're interested in and you're kind of asking that question of like, are we going to do this or not? And I think that's something in life that you always ask or question or wonder, like, are we going to do this? Like, what is the right timing? I think I'm so fascinated by time because you kind of have to create your own timeline. I don't think there ever is the right time or the wrong time. I think it's just you making a choice. So. Walked on in like I own the room. Looking around, trying to find you. Locked in your eyes, it's nothing new. They all wanna hang, so what you gonna do? Are you noticing me like I notice you? Are you noticing me like I notice you? 'Cause I don't understand you. And I'm not supposed to. Are we doing this thing where you see it through? Are we gonna get lost in this crowded room? 'Cause I wanna figure out what you are about. Close the distance between me and you. I see you looking at me, I know you want it too. I see you looking at me, I know you want it too. Does the time stop when you're in my view? I'm out of turns, so now it's your move. No, you want it bad, it's nothing new. Playing hide and seek, but you always lose. Are you noticing me like I notice you? Are you noticing me like I notice you? 'Cause I don't understand you. And I'm not supposed to. Are we doing this thing where you see it through? Are we gonna get lost in this crowded room? 'Cause I wanna figure out what you are about. Close the distance between me and you. I see you looking at me, I know you want it too. I see you looking at me, I know you want it too. All the bets are off, all the lights are out. Eyes still locked, we know what it's about. So is it yours or mine? 'Cause we gotta find out. Who's the best in town? 'Cause I don't understand you. And I'm not supposed to. Are we doing this thing where you see it through? Or are we gonna get lost in this crowded room? 'Cause I wanna figure out what you are about. Close the distance between me and you. I see you looking at me, I know you want it too. I see you looking at me, I know you want it too. That's the song. It's called Notice You. Yeah. I love that song. That song's also about a situationship. And I thought that they really were into me, and it turns out they were not.
But a girl can dream, you know? Um, all right, we have to do another song. This is like, which one should I do now? There's so many things running through my head. I should probably do the one that is kind of controversial because we like controversy. So, yeah, I have to think about the lyrics for a second. All right, let's try it. Remember when you said you missed me? Well, I missed you too. Yeah, I meant it. Make you tremble with my scary soft voice. Since you're so dead inside, maybe then you'll come alive. Go back to the lobby. At least they know you're there. Paint all the nails pretty. I know you like the flair. Go back to the lobby. At least they know you're there. Go back to the lobby. 'Cause you don't belong anywhere. And I'm out, 'cause I hate this town. Got my suitcase for when I touch down. And I know you hate this sound, but it's too late, 'cause I'm recording now. I'd like to take this time to thank you for the inspiration to write this song. That was very sweet of you. Remember when you said you cared? That first date made you stop and stare. Now he's too busy to commit, 'cause I'm not rich or vain. Yeah, no one knows my name. Couldn't drive 40 minutes to see me. Keeping plans really wasn't easy. Thought we'd finish our list, but Flash loves his quiet time, and he's asleep by 9. Except when there's another girl, or a dinner, or a meeting, or anything except being with me. And I'm out, 'cause I hate this town. Got my suitcase for when I touch down. And I know you hate this sound, but it's too late, 'cause I'm recording now. Ooh, and I bet you never thought I'd take it this far, but I like the plot. And I know you really tried to hide me. Well, guess the secret's out. Why not? Thank you for wasting my time. Why not? Thank you for being so blind. Why not? Thank you for making a mess of me. Why not? Thank you for all your insecurities. And I'm out, 'cause I hate this town. Got my suitcase for when I touch down. And I know you hate this sound, but it's too late, 'cause I'm recording now. 'Cause I'm recording now. That's a diss track, in case it wasn't too obvious. Yeah, that's a diss track about my ex. It's called The Lobby. It's very layered, lyrically. It pokes fun at his filmography and his career, because he's a famous actor, and I am not a famous person. But yeah, it's a commentary on Hollywood and society and pressures and all of these things that we're just supposed to balance and juggle and it gets really messy sometimes. Very, very messy.
This song is called Lightning, and it's about that feeling you get when you're falling in love. And that's a feeling that I haven't felt in a long time. So I wanted to try to encapsulate that in this song. Okay, let's do it.
Wrote 1,000 stories, yeah, I got it. I don't know how to say it, but I know I thought it. You're just so, so dynamite. You're just so, so dynamite. Like, ooh, ooh. Oh, baby, this is so exciting. Would you say we just made lightning? I'm laughing as you're moving. My, oh my, we're going. I think I'll be a little honest. I just wanna know that you thought it also. I just wanna know this is real. I just wanna know how you feel. Like, ooh, ooh. Oh, baby, this is so exciting. Would you say we just made lightning? I'm laughing as you're moving. My, oh my, we're going. Oh, baby, this is so exciting. Would you say we just made lightning? I'm laughing as you're moving. My, oh my, we're going. Lightning, 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 who? Lightning, 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 you. Lightning, 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 who? I'm laughing because that's my first time doing that one live, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's a good time. It's simple. I like the cheesiness of being like, you're so dynamite. I just think you're so exciting. One thing about my music, and I think this is because I have a background in film, is I try to write songs that are very visual and allows you to kind of close your eyes and put yourself into that space. I don't use intentionally, with the exception of The Lobby, because that was about a very specific person. But in all of my music, I avoid using any pronouns. And the reason for that is I want whoever listens to my music for them to be the main character in the story I'm telling versus myself. I think, like, for example, when you're listening to a Taylor Swift song, you are imagining Taylor Swift in that song with the person that she's talking about, which is great and beautiful, and that's her artistry. But when I was thinking about myself, I really wanted to try to create an experience where you are the main character in my music. And if you feel a similar way or if it resonates with you, then in a way, you and I are sort of creating and having this shared experience and community together. So yeah, and I'm also very romantic. I like romantic music. So a lot of my music is like that. Yeah. I definitely encourage people to read my lyrics. I try to make them available everywhere because there's always a story. And I use repeat words and phrases not because I'm a songwriter who is lazy, but if you start to read them, you'll pick up on the fact that they're all sort of interconnected in a way. I remember when I was starting out in music, I was told, like, oh, you shouldn't repeat using this word or that word because, it's poor songwriting. And it's like, well, a director in film, they're not going to only film a kissing scene one time in their entire career and they're never going to do that again. It's how can you take a kissing scene and change the context or the style or the mood? And I approach songwriting very similarly. Like I might sing about being lost in someone's eyes more than once, but the way in which you're lost in their eyes changes from song to song. So that's very intentional. And I feel like people haven't fully picked up on that yet. So if you want to do a deep dive, I encourage the deep dive. I think the interesting thing about being a filmmaker and also a musician is I really like to keep the worlds separate. Like they influence each other, of course, because they're intertwined in so many ways. I use the storytelling devices that I've learned through film in my music and in my writing and in the production. But in a lot of ways, my music identity is so different than my film identity because I think music is something where you really can create with full control. Versus film, there's so many other opinions that are going into the final product. You have so many voices and different expectations that you have to meet, and it's not a bad thing. It's just very different. Whereas with music, if I want to go into the studio and record a feeling or capture a certain vibe or, whatever it is, I can just do that. I don't have to ask permission. I don't have to have somebody edit it for me. I don't have to get a colorist. I don't have to do any of these things. I can just create. And I think in a lot of ways, it's very freeing and has allowed me to just sort of be the most authentic, true version of myself. And so I guess in a way, it's like, it's not even so much about balancing the two. It's finding time and space for both in a way that is productive and good and doesn't make me lose my mind. Because sometimes film makes me lose my mind, but rarely does music make me lose my mind. So, yeah. I guess if film makes me lose my mind, then music allows me to find my mind because I can express myself without any real input from anybody else, which is very rare in life to have that. And I think that's also just the beauty of being an indie artist. I might not look like a label artist. I might not ever reach that level of label artist fame, whatever that means. But at least I can always put out something that matters so much to me and nobody could say anything about it, which is really nice. So I could never imagine myself. I make like pop alt music, and I could never imagine myself, and I'm not saying that it'll never happen, maybe it will, but right now, currently, like I could never imagine myself performing in like a leotard and like all of these outfits with dancers and kind of what you close your eyes and envision when you think like a pop artist or a billboard artist, especially female ones specifically. And so I've thought a lot about where does somebody like me fit into all of that? You know, if I can't find a mold, if I can't like fit into a specific mold that maybe I've even grown up watching. And I've realized as I've developed this artist persona, like it doesn't matter that that is not an image that resonates necessarily with me as a person. And I don't have to try to be any of those things because I am the most comfortable and the most myself wearing, baggy pants and an oversized sweater and just allowing myself to exist in comfort. And maybe that's not what an artist looks like when you close your eyes, but I know that there is somebody else who also feels the most comfortable and the most beautiful in those settings. And so it's kind of like perhaps if they see somebody who looks like them and dresses like them, that is, their style, that's making it, whatever that means, that's doing their thing, that's unapologetic, then that will make it feel attainable and achievable for them as well. And so I have wrestled a lot with the fact that it's like, okay, yeah, I might not be, a 20-year-old pop star, but that's okay because I don't need to be that. Somebody's already doing that. And I feel the most beautiful and comfortable and confident when honestly I'm just performing and I know people are resonating with the music and the art. And if they feel something from what I am putting out there, that's the best. Like, I don't even care what I look like. Like, that makes me feel beautiful. Like, that makes me feel incredible. This idea that like my art can be a part of their life and their story and their escape, that transcends all exterior anything, to be completely honest. So yeah. All right, this final song that I'm gonna do, it's called "I'll Be Your Light," and it's about this idea of, our homes carry so much of our memories, of our thoughts, of our feelings, and it's really trippy and strange when a familiar place becomes unfamiliar. And so I liked the idea of taking the metaphor of the interior of a house and somebody moving out, but you staying there as sort of this place to reflect and want and all of these very complex feelings. So, is this how it ends for us? My life doesn't feel the same. Told me I wouldn't have to rush when you took what was left of me. Hate that the movers came. Hate that they painted the place. Hate that they emptied all our shared things. I mostly hate this lonely space 'cause I remember. Do you remember? Carry it back one last time. I would save our lives from these hard times. I know we're fine. I'll be your light. I wish I liked it here. Without you, it's so unclear. Nothing's ever as it seems. Can you bring back our small town dreams? Hate that the movers came. Hate that they painted the place. Hate that they emptied emptied all our shared things. I mostly hate this lonely space, 'cause I remember, do you remember? Carry it back one last time, I would save our lives from these hard times. I know we're fine, I'll be your light. We got lost in bars and it went too far. Would you make those mistakes? Well, I'm still in too deep and I'm losing sleep when you're far from me. But if I asked you, would you stand in the breach one last time? Would you bring back what you left behind? And if I asked you, would you stand in the breach one last time? 'Cause I'd stand in the breach one last time. 'Cause I remember. Do you remember? Carry it back one last time, I would save our lives from these hard times. I know we're fine, I'll be your light. We got lost in bars and it went too far. Would you make those mistakes? Well, I'm still in too deep and I'm losing sleep when you're far from me. When you're far from me.